mindfulness workshop, and there's all these people there. They're working on techniques to improve their mental health and well-being. Good people, right? A little hard on themselves. When they're working on all these techniques, like, let's say they have an issue with food, and they're a bit depressed because they eat too much, right? And they're working on dozens of these beautiful techniques to try and evaluate your impulsive decision making. That's all very well. That's fantastic. That's what you really need to do. But one thing you need to consider is that you're at war. Yeah, listen, you're at war. You're at war with the unrestricted advertising of the alcohol, pornography, and fast food industry. Okay? So you need to take that into consideration. You're at war with these companies that want your soul. They don't have 1 ounce of compassion. All they want is a quick buck, and they want to suck you dry until you meet your maker. And they want that because they're psychotic, and all they want to do is impress some dirty hoe so they can feel some sense of accomplishment for having some girl with daddy issues give them attention so that she can buy her Coke money. And then he gets a limo, and then he goes home and falls asleep in his woman's lingerie, right? So that's not someone you want to make successful, make rich. So I like to think of, so let's say you're wondering, why should I improve myself? Why should I improve my mental health? What's there to live for? The world's so corrupt. All the rich people have all the money. It's all shit. This is a whole different tactic. Instead of being like, look, I need to improve my mental health for myself. Do it because the vices that are trying to destroy you, if you buy them, you're making some dirty, disgusting specimen feel a sense of success. Don't do that, okay? Abstain from vices like fast food, pornography, and alcohol as much as you can, because some oily, slick person is thinking like he's a big boy. Don't let that happen. And one last thing I want to say, if I have your attention still, and one last thing I wanted to say, look, you can have the world's best therapist, right? Incredible support from your family, live in a $10 million a night hotel in Beverly Hills. You can have the world's best supermodel there to stroke your feet every night. If you've got issues with like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, any of these issues, all those shrinks, all that love, all that support, all that money doesn't mean jack shit compared to the effect of dropping these vices. Like alcohol, drugs, sex, shopping, overeating. The feeling you feel from abusing these vices is worse than the betterment you get from any external resource. So let's say you've got Sigmund Freud right there as your private counselor, you know, he's going to get 5 years dedicated towards you. That's not going to help compared to dropping the vices, because it's like trying to fix a boat that has a hole in it. I mean, you have all these support like the shrinks and the money and the family and the love, but there's a hole in the boat, and there's nothing that you can do to fix that hole in the boat. And it takes time. Look, I'm someone who suffers from vices just like you, okay? But it gets better. Every single time you try and cut it down or stop it, you know, whether it's shopping, overeating, every time you try to quit, you get better at it. So it's not for you. Remember, you're at war, and the reason why you're not indulging in these evil substances or like habits or just mindless activities is because you don't want to make some dickhead fucking rich.